Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of my channel. My name is Keika. I go over textbooks, chapter by chapter, section by section, and I don't know, I just thought that I'd make a video explaining my situation, so, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, I quit my job in October, the start of the genocide, because not another nickel, not another dime. I didn't want any more of my tax money to go towards the genocide. I realized later when my friend told me that as long as I buy anything, I'm gonna be taxed. So I thought, okay, you're right. I may have made a mistake, but I wanted to prioritize protesting over working anyway. I'm not currently affording bills or anything like that, so I could afford to not work. I protested in DC every now and then when I had with the money that I had saved. And then the genocide made me realize some of the privileges that I had. Like, I have access to the internet. I have access to books. I can work. You know, these things. And I decided that I wanted to go back to nursing school. So I applied. I applied for nursing school, but I couldn't complete the application because of a lack of a teacher recommendation, professor recommendation. So I couldn't get into nursing school. And at the end of the day, I do want to become a nurse. Like, I've been through nursing school before, and I didn't know why I wanted to be a nurse then. I wasn't sure. I was just following the motions. And then once I got in, I learned a little bit more about nursing, and we learned about the health gap, which is something that I think is really important to try to fight against, which is essentially that if you're a low socioeconomic status, you have a lower quality of life. And that's not okay. So, one of the things that I realize is that education, healthcare, or science-based education can help prevent patients from going into the hospital with dire situations and conditions. So, as long as people are more informed, they can make informed decisions for their life. And they can improve their quality of life. And that's really all I want to do, is improve quality of life for as many people as I can. And I realize that the healthcare community is not exactly ingrained into society. I'll say it like that. You know, they're not out in the field teaching you about health. They're not out in the field when people are, you know what I mean? They're not in grocery stores. They're not at the library. Stuff like that. And that's why I'm making this YouTube video. I know I'm nothing now. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a nurse yet. Hopefully. But I find that there are things that I can do right now within my power. I also broke my arm. I broke my arm, so I can't work. Anyways, like, if I can go over the material, right, and share my notes on it with people, that's not technically teaching. It's just studying through the internet together. And if I understand the material, then that's great. The textbook did its job. But if I can bring other people along with me to that level of understanding, right? I feel like if we can be on the same page about anything, right? That'll just make the situation and conditions in general a lot better when you're on the same page about things. Then you can have a discussion, and then effective changes can happen. So this is just the start of educating myself in the meantime and others along, and bringing others along with me on this journey of learning about health. So I'm starting with biology. Biology is the study of life. We all have life. We all have energy. It's important for all of us because we interact with other organisms as well. And moving on from that, we'll go to microbiology, chemistry, and then all of the nursing courses, anatomy and physiology, and we'll go into the actual conditions that people experience. And once this becomes accessible knowledge, right? Once this becomes accessible to the public, the things that a nurse would do, what an assessment looks like, a physical assessment, what to expect when you go to the hospital, what signs to look for to see whether your condition is getting better or worse, things like that. That's important information. And once everybody has that through an accessible resource such as YouTube, right, people can start seeing improvement based off how they apply the information that they got, that they learned, and how they apply it to their life. So I'm real big on public and what's it called? Public health. Yes, public health and health education. Those are what I'm really big on. And this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to do my part. I'm trying to do anything to make things better for everyone. So yeah. I just felt like I had to let you guys know the purpose of this channel, the purpose of making videos. Hopefully more people become interested in how to take care of their health. And I'm a hypocrite. I'm not perfect with my health either. And I'm not talking about nutrition, like I'm talking about cigarettes. Like I still smoke, right? And who am I to talk about health when I still smoke? But there are things that people should know, that like a pulmonary embolism. A pulmonary embolism is when a piece of your plaque, which is like this hard substance in your blood vessels, breaks off and then gets stuck in your blood vessel, stopping blood flow to your entire body. When you smoke, that can happen at any second. So I smoke because, well, I'm not entirely I don't value my life as much as I should. I'll say it like that. But if you do value your life and you don't want to die and you have things that you want to do, things that you have to see, things that people to meet, events, graduations, ceremonies, weddings, things to experience and participate in, right? Then think twice about when you want to take that hit. And it's just information like that that can affect the trajectory of your whole life. And if it works for you, then great. But like for someone like me, like I'm I don't know. I'm finding the reasons myself as well. And hopefully by the end of this channel, I quit smoking. You know, after all the information that we learn, all the risk factors, all the things that you're at risk for when you smoke and do other things. Like, that's just one example. Like, sedentary lifestyles, anxiety, depression, mental health, coping skills, all these things that we can go over together to improve our quality of life, because that's what we deserve. We were born into this life without consent, really. The least that we could do is have a quality of life. I don't know. Just my thoughts. I'll see you guys later.